If you're single, then I don't have to tell you that there's an extreme societal pressure for singles to be in a relationship. If you're not in a relationship, sometimes people will ask you about it. Other relatives, especially during the holidays, will make comment about it. And it's almost like they look at you and they think you're such an incredible person. And then they ask you, why aren't you married? Which can feel demeaning or make you feel like you're doing something wrong being single. I think a lot of this is because single people are out in the world and the world is set up for couples. So in a way, if you go someplace, it's like even eating out. It's so hard to just get a table for you to enjoy your dinner. It's like, oh, are there more than one or just one? And they stick you in some corner or something. Once again, just reiterating that you should be in a relationship. Or you go to a party and people can be kind of standoffish because they're not always good about approaching someone that's single. And I'm not sure where that's coming from, if that's the people that are at the party with their partner, or if it's actually the single person who starts feeling a little disconnected, maybe questioning their choices in their lifestyle, or maybe they should bring someone to fit in better. What we're finding more and more in this realm of research is that loneliness is the prevalent thing. And being single doesn't mean you're lonely, but it certainly can. You have to be one of those singles who basically advocates for yourself, who creates a community. And for a lot of people, especially young people, they're not always good at that. They have online communities, but online communities are not like having a safe space for singles, a place you can actually go. What I usually encourage people to do, especially my single clients, is that create one. If there's not one in your area you feel comfortable with, then go ahead and create one. And the way you create it is usually look at where your coffee shops are, where your restaurants are, because the people you're going to engage with more, or where your community is coming from, are going to be people that are in your world, sometimes work friends, but a lot of singles don't like including work friends into that. So it's people you meet at book clubs, at Bible studies, at activities on the weekends, at restaurants, at coffee shops in particular, or maybe you're involved in volunteering or something like Bark or some organization that saves animals, and you can meet people there who are going to be some of your best inner circle people. When you create a safe space, you're basically thinking about having a space that is good, like almost a replacement family, but not quite that intense, more a group of friends where you feel completely accepted and you enjoy doing things together. Doesn't have to be anything organized, can be something you put together. I mean, after all, you really only need 3 people, and that creates a group. I do have some ideas or suggestions that I think are really helpful when you're planning your safe single space. The first of these, create a space that has no judgment. Be a center of lifting people up, encouraging people, and yet holding them accountable. If they tell you, hey, listen, I want to start this new healthy living plan, and my goal is to drop about 5 to 10 pounds and to also start eating better, check in with them. How are your goals going? How can I help? Do you want a buddy to walk with, or do you want a buddy to go out to dinner with, or something like that? We can eat healthy. When you start encouraging other people that way, that's going to come right back on you. And it's part of being active in a group, in a community, to deepen those connections and basically minimize a sense of loneliness or disconnection. Promote inclusivity. That means you can have a barista, you can have a cook, you can have somebody from the dog center where you volunteer, you can have someone from, Habitat for Houston. I live in that area. It doesn't have to be from the same general area. What's more important is you're all single, you're in this place together, and you're going to have each other's back. And it's going to be a place where you're not trying to give advice or pair up people. It's going to be a place where you're basically talking with them about ideas instead of gossiping about people. Make sure that those are included in your boundaries, that this is going to be an innovative, this is going to be a brainstorming community. We're going to have people who are actually generating ideas. When a group is together and they're talking about ideas or plans or what they want to do in the next year, it actually becomes so inspiring for everyone involved, because it kickstarts everybody to think, you know, what's going to make my life meaningful? And since you're creating this community, you can create it any way you want. And it's going to be a place where you can find respite. You know, not everybody's ready to be married at 30, and not everybody is looking for their life partner at 30 or 40. And some people end up divorced and they're in their 50s and 60s, and they just need a safe space while they're tending to their wounds, while they're healing from past hurts or past traumas. They need a place that they can find someone to go do things with so they're not alone. They may need someone who talks to them or listens to them. They may be new to the area. They may have lived there forever, but just never felt the impulse or the motivation to actually reach out. So when they reach out or you reach out to them, give them a space that they can be like, they'll be welcome, they'll be accepted, and they'll find other people who are like them. It will help make them feel more normal. And that's really what a safe space does. It's a place for you to get close to people, to connect, to network, without the pressure of having to find someone to do things with, go to the movies or go for a hike or travel somewhere. You've got a group of friends. I can't tell you how beneficial this is, because there are people out there who, because of this loneliness, of this need to connect, they get into really unhealthy relationships. You don't have to be one of them. Create or find a safe space, and you're going to feel a lot better about your life. And not only that, in most safe spaces where there's singles, I have learned there is a wealth of resources, of information, because people who have done it on their own, whether they're a single parent, single by choice, recently divorced or whatever, listen to their stories. They have things to teach you, and they have resources that can benefit you. And then when you do get in a relationship, you can still include these people. You can include them at parties. May not want to go hang out with them because you'll be with a partner for life, but they are wonderful resources and wonderful close friends that now you can invite them over to your life. The whole idea is we keep each other grounded, we keep each other connected, and that way we can fight off this terrible epidemic of loneliness and find comfort and connection in each other. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.